sample it. Then I'm not going to take each and every row or column. Suppose I take a row of A, then a row of A of 100th row, then I put a 100th column. All these things I have understood properly. Okay, sir. But when I'm coming to the questions, sir, I couldn't understand that thing. Like first question is, suppose we have matrix A R M cross N. Okay.
Sorry, I'm not able to hear you.
Yes, Swarup, your voice just stopped working after M cross N. So
hello, can you hear me?
yes, back.
Yes. Sir, when I'm coming to the questions, I couldn't understand the thing.
Oh, you mean the assignment question on leverage score?
Assignment question, maximum assignment question, I couldn't understand what's going on.
Oh, okay.
I will get to the lecture video.
So, whatever was told in the lecture videos, those were clear, or those were also somewhat?
No, sir, not clear, not clear. So, can I say something, sir? There is a question number 8. Can you go to the question number 8, sir?
Yeah, I don't know the assignment. Indra, do you have the assignment, or maybe Shrutima, can you share the?
I have it. I have it, sir. I have it. Can I say, sir?
Sure. Please go ahead.
The leverage score of each row of I10 is 1. What is the leverage score of rows of 7 into I10? Sir, I have gone through the lectures. I could understand how I10 is 1. And suppose what is the leverage score of rows of 7 into I10? The answer is 1. But how it is 1, I don't know.
So, Shrutima, can you share the assignment on screen for this question? What Shahrukh is asking. Shrutima, were you?
Yes. Give me 2 minutes. I will share this.
Or if you tell me the assignment number, I'll try to bring it up. Download it.
Assignment number 5, sir. Assignment number 5.
Okay. 1 second, it's coming up in a moment.
Please.
Okay, so I'll zoom in a bit. All right.
Yes. So I10 you understand, right?
What is this I10? So that also I don't understand. I didn't understand.
Oh, okay. So it is a 10 cross 10 identity matrix.
Okay, the identity 10 cross 10 identity matrix.
I think that is the idea, right?
I don't understand.
Yes,
Yes, sir. It is 10 by the identity matrix.
Yeah.
What is 10 cross 10 identity matrix? Yes, it is the 10 by the identity matrix. Identity matrix. Okay, sir. The value is 1. Okay, sir.
Yes. So leverage score for this will be how much?
So, sir, what is leverage score? First, explain this. Probably I could understand.
Leverage score. So the leverage score is basically the norm. So for example, if you are doing row sampling, the leverage score is the norm of that row, or is proportional to the norm.
It's proportional to the norm. Okay. Proportional to the norm. Sir, can you give an example, sir, and explain?
Norm example. So take this example, for example, this identity matrix. Okay.
Well, I think 3 cross 3.
Sorry.
Sir, suppose I am taking 3 cross 3 matrix.
Yes.
Then, sir.
So then, so if you take any row, you can think of the row as a vector.
Okay, fine.
Okay, and then you can take the leverage score.
How, sir? Suppose I am taking a row. Row means 1, 1, 1. Suppose 3 cross 3, 1, 1, 1. Okay, sir. So how to find out the leverage score, sir, for 1, 1, 1?
You tell. So what will be the norm of it? Do you understand what is norm?
No, sir, I didn't understand. I didn't understand.
Oh, okay. So norm is just the length of the vector.
Acha, norm, one second, sir. Norm is the length of the vector.
Huh.
Okay. Means suppose 1, 1, 1. So see, length of the vector. Okay.
So if it is 1, 1, 1, then what is the length? What is the length going to be?
3, sir.
3. Not really, no. Will it be 3 or what will it be?
Sir, I think it is 3, sir. Length of the vector.
It will be, if you have a vector of size 1, 1, 1.
Yeah.
Sorry, not size 1, 1, 1, but vector with 3 dimensions, which is 1, 1, 1. So how to calculate the length? So let's say x is equal to 1, y is equal to 1, and z is equal to 1. Then
Okay,
how-
okay, sir.
No, do you know what is the formula to calculate the length of?
No, sir, I think modulus of xy upon something like that. That's unit vector, sir, I think.
No, any vector, let's say, how do you calculate the length of a vector?
Length of a vector. Length of a vector, sir, I do not remember.
Oh, so it is just summation c x square plus y square plus z square, square root of that.
Okay, sorry, sir, I understood. X square plus y square plus z square. Okay. This one is the length.
Since this is,
Square root of 3.
yeah, so this is 2 norm.
Okay. This one is norm also. Norm. Okay. Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Norms understood, sir. Then, sir, how to find the leverage score, sir?
Yes. So, okay. So how to find the leverage score? Can you
Yes,
tell?
sir.
So have you read?
I have not.
Any reading? No. Have you read? Have you seen either read the you can read the references or seen the video? It is mentioned there, right? What is leverage?
Sir, video I didn't understand, sir. I have gone through the video also. Leverage score.
Okay. So you want me to solve the assignment for you?
Sir, give an example. We can solve it pretty easily, sir. But when you do not know the concept, how can we solve?
Okay.
I do not want a solution. I do not want a solution from you, sir.
Yeah. So take the. So I will tell you. So leverage score of a row is proportional to the 2 norm of that row.
One second. Leverage score of row. Leverage score of row
is proportional to 2 norm of that row.
2 norm of row. What is 2 norm, sir? Norm I know. Not 2 norm.
Yeah. So 2 norm is particular norm, which we just discussed.
Okay. 2 norm is normal norm.
Okay.
Okay.
So now you can find out. So you have to sample the rows from a probability distribution, right?
Okay.
What is the property of a probability distribution?
Property of probability distribution.
So suppose you have a discrete probability distribution. Let's say you have a 3 cross 3 matrix.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So how many rows are there in 3 cross 3 matrix?
How many rows? 3 rows, sir?
3 rows, right?
Yeah.
So for each of these rows, you can calculate the norm.
Each row I can calculate norm.
Right? Now you have to sample let's say proportionately to 2 norm.
Okay.
So how will you sample?
Sir, I think
probability of
1 upon probability into something. It's some formula was there. Sir was saying in the video lecture.
yes. So you have to normalize it. Okay.
Normalize. Yes, sir. Normalize.
Normalize it. So you will get. So if you take the vector of all norms and then normalize it, you will get the leverage.
Sir, if we take one second again, please tell me, sir.
If you take the norm
the norm,
then normalize it, then
and then
you get the leverage score.
normalize it, we get leverage score. Leverage score. Sir, one question is there. Here, so, suppose sir, this 8 number question, the leverage score of each row of I10 is 1. तो मीन्स इसका नॉर्म तो रूट ओवर 10 होगा सर, ये तो मुझे पता चल गया. नॉर्म 8 नंबर क्वेश्चन, नॉर्म होंगे रूट ओवर 10. ओके सर.
1 by square root of 10.
Sir, norm is root 10 na, because x square plus y square, the root over like that I will be able to do.
No, so do you know how I10 looks? I forget I10. How I3 looks? Do you know?
I3 means 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 like that.
No. Identity matrix. If you don't know identity matrix, then you have to read what is an identity matrix.
Sir, identity matrix means whose each and every element is 1. That is identity matrix.
No, that is not identity.
Oh, means diagonal is 1. I think diagonal, huh?
Yeah, so these things actually you have to read. Otherwise, it is very difficult for me to explain like this.
Okay.
These are some basic matrix things.
Then I know, sir. I know.
So leverage score, how to calculate?
Yeah.
That I have just explained, right?
Yes, sir.
So now you think you can do it yourself, or?
Sir, normalize पूरा करने बता please tell me, sir. Normalize score करबो तुझे बस এটা তো বুঝতে পারলাম স্যার. আইডেন্টিটি can I say sir, identity matrix इसकी just সব diagonal element 1 হয় তাকে identity matrix বলে, বাকি সব element 0 হবে. That is identity. বুঝলাম.
Yes. So what is the norm now? I just told you how to calculate the norm, right?
Yes, sir.
So what is the problem?
The norm means each and every root is my norm निकालूंगा तो square root of 1 1 1 1 ही लिखेंगे norm सबकी.
Yes. So
norm का 1 ही आएंगे सर, 1 ही आते हैं.
Right. Okay.
Either leverage को टिक पर बात करूँ सर.
Yeah. So you tell now, how will you normalize?
Normalize means 1 1 upon.
So okay, you forget that. You just see that. So the norm itself is the leverage score.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. The norm is the leverage
You
score.
work with that. You work on
Okay.
and give the answer.
Sir, how to normalize it, sir?
Any vector, how do you normalize any vector? Do you know?
No, sir.
Okay, so any vector you can just divide by the sum of the components. So if there is a vector of positive numbers, you can just divide by the sum of the components to get the probability.
Sir, can you write it and explain, sir?
So any vector, let's say x comma y is a vector, no?
Okay.
If x is also positive, y is also positive, okay, you can say x by x plus y and y by x plus y.
X by x.
Yeah, these are the components. Sorry, not x by, So these are the, so this is how you get a probability distribution.
So this is how.
From the, so suppose you want to sample from this, okay, and you want to sample proportionately.
Okay.
Then you sample with probability x by x plus y from the first component and y by x plus y the second component.
Okay, sir, fine, sir.
That is how you sample.
Okay. It's a 7 mark. Probability. So, sir,
Sampling you understand, no?
sampling. So, we have means from a population, I take few few data, and that is sample. Simple. Or in simple definition.
Yes. The leverage score is used for sampling rows. advantages in as discussed in the lecture.
Sir, একটা কথা বলবো? Can I say?
Yes, of course.
Sir, eight number question. I know the answer because I googled it a lot of things. Okay, sir. Answer তো আমি বুঝতে পারছি। আপনি যদি একটু এটাকে explain করে calculate করে দেখাতেন না, তাহলে আমার মনে হয় concept clear হবে। এগুলো বুঝে আপনার কথাগুলো বুঝে কিন্তু একটু আমাকে মনে হচ্ছে একটু মানে numerically solve করে। একটা অন্য example নিয়ে, but numerically solve করতেন, তাই I think it will be more beneficial for us.
Why? Actually, I'm not understanding your question. You are asking me to do something, but I'm not asking why you are asking me to do that.
Yeah, because sir, the x5 explosion এই তো বুঝতে পারলাম, কিন্তু how can it get to the question with this? ঠিক আছে, এটা দিয়ে আমি কোশ্চেনটা যেতেই পারছি না, কারণ i10 is one leverage score। ঠিক আছে, এটা 1 হলো, তারপর 7 into i10 is also 1, so i10 is 1/7 or something like that। I think আমি স্যাম্পলিং 1/7 এ নিচ্ছি, আমি তো বুঝতে পারছি না এটা।
হ্যাঁ, this question I cannot answer for you. I'm sorry. I don't know. Is the deadline, submission deadline over for this?
The deadline is not over.
So then I cannot answer the question for you, no? Because you will get marks based on your answer to this question.
Yes, sir. Sir, answer to একটা হলো sir.
Yes.
Sir, last year also the assignments were there, so ওখানে question common আছে, so everybody is doing like that, ওখান থেকে কপি করে নিল, কপি করে ঠিক করে দিল, but we are not understanding the question. That's the thing. All of us are doing like that, but that
all of you are copying from last year. Is the question getting repeated from last year?
The example is sir, i10 is 1, is still here na, so suppose a question i7 is 1, okay, what is the value of 7 into i7? So the answer is what?
Let us not think like that. Okay, so I'm not understanding your allegation. Actually, are you saying that the questions are repeated from last year and that's why everybody is cheating and that's why I should just answer your question? I'm not buying that point.
Actually, sir, আমি নিজেও ওখান থেকে আমি দেখি, I'm not think that I also see. Okay, sir. কিন্তু how this thing solved না, ওটা আমি কিছুই বুঝতে পারছি না।
Okay, so in the next meeting, when the deadline for this is over, I will solve it for you. Okay.
আচ্ছা, তাহলে স্যার লাস্ট উইকের এক্সারসাইজটা করি আমরা তাহলে।
Yes.
For last week, let's go to the exercise week 4. Week 4 assignment for please sir. ওটা আমি বুঝতে পারি।
Which
Week 4,
question?
sir.
Yes, tell me.
So for question number 1, I didn't understand how this is greater than m by 2.
Okay, so space saving sketch with k equal to 1 and a stream of length m. What should be the frequency of an item to guarantee that it will be stored in the end?
Oh.
Yes. So what is the algorithm for space saving sketch?
Algorithm. স্যার একটা কথা বলবো স্যার, আমি বুঝতেই পারিনি এর লেকচারগুলো আমি একটু বুঝতে পারছি না।
Okay.
For this professor, I am not understanding the lecture.
Okay. So, yeah, so then I don't know what to do actually, because then better if you talk to. So the next time, today I let maybe he's busy.
Okay.
So I will just so probably next. I think last time he had joined.
Okay.
Next time if he joins, you can ask him.
Okay. So sir, the question is solved because they have not given the proper explanation also. After the deadline is over, still they are not giving the proper explanation.
They are not giving the proper explanation.
No, it's not appropriate.
It's not appropriate. Okay.
No, explanation is not full.
In the next discussion, Professor Anirban Das will join. Okay, and you can probably ask him.
Okay. Okay.
Because this portion he has taught, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So
That
you can
is a
discuss that you are not getting something, and then we can take it up.
Sir, বোঝাবেন আমাকে অ্যাসাইনমেন্ট 5 এর অ্যাসাইনমেন্ট 5 এটা ছিল দিচ্ছি তাহলে স্যারের সাথে কথা বলবো ঠিক আছে না?
So what are you saying? Sorry.
This assignment 5, sir.
Okay.
Few questions I couldn't understand. This is the first question I had. R m cross n, a vector x r n, let give me the number of multiply add operation need to calculate the product of x. What can you say about t?
Question number
1. Question number 1.
Yes. So what you did not understand in this question?
Sir, what can you say about t? T is greater than omega of m n. T can be O of m n. T. What they are trying to understand? Calculation I understood that what T is saying. But omega of O strictly O hai omega of m n. What they are actually asking?
Asking that which of these statements are true. Is A true? Is B true?
But we have not discussed these type of things in lecture also, sir.
So see, you have to also think a little bit.
Okay.
You have to think a little bit also to answer this question.
Acha. Sir, one more question. Third number question. Third.
Yes.
Sir, suppose we have computed. Please go through the questions. Then I will go.
Yes. What is the question? So when we say computationally more or less expensive, we mean order notation.
Okay.
We call the following method to be the exact computation of levels. Take SVD of the matrix and then calculate the row norms of the left singular row. Which of the following is true?
They're talking about singular value decomposition, sir. Of the matrix. So the polymetric means, sir, what I am saying, because sir, I understood that means he cannot answer this question. Okay, sir, he cannot answer it properly. I understood, sir. Which book I should follow, sir? It may mean I can go through this type of questions and the explanations. Because otherwise it cannot pass. Nobody is going to pass this paper. I'm sure about it. If anybody can pass, I can pass because I'm trying.
Okay. So let us do this. So for this one, I would refer you to Professor Anirban Das. So in the next discussion, okay. He may be able to join. So today, for some reason, he has not been able to join. So you can just discuss with
what I think, sir. I cannot do this assignment. I have to do this assignment because only 4 assignments are left. Okay, sir. So I need to know the book that from which book he is following because so many books are there.
Yeah, so I don't think so. So he has given the reference at the end of the slides. So he this part for the leverage code part, I think he is following this your lectured by Officer Kapoor.
Yes, sir.
Or maybe no, that is for online algorithms. So for the leverage code part, let me just take the slide. Slide.
Tell me, sir.
Yes, see, there is this book, Foundations of Data Science by Blum, Hopcroft, and Kernel.
One second, one second. Yeah. Let me write it. Foundations of
Data Science by
data science by
Blum, Hopcroft, and Kernel.
Blum, Hopcroft,
Yes,
and Kernel.
yes.
Okay, okay. So,
Kernel.
अच्छा इसमें मुझे leverage I will get the leverage code ना?
Yes.
अच्छा sir. Hello.
Yes, yes. Yes.
Sir, what is that? Hadamard matrix? Give me 1 minute. Sir, what is Hadamard matrix?
Hadamard matrix is a leverage score. Just give me 1 minute.
Please.
So where did you see the term Hadamard? Which question?
Hadamard, I have question number 7.
Okay. So the easiest things for these is to just search Google. So what do you find when you search Google?
Okay. Hadamard matrix. Hadamard matrix.
Just read perhaps the first sentence that comes up, and that
Okay.
has
Acha, square matrix whose entries are either +1 or -1. That is Hadamard matrix.
right. And
It's written like that, sir. 1 and -1. This will be the entry, nothing else.
yes,
It is used for error correcting. It is the error correcting code.
no, that's fine. Just understand what is being said about what that matrix is. So you are right when you found that entries are either +1, -1. And there is one additional small constraint that you need to ensure. So that
Okay. And sir, what is here it is written construct a unnormalized Hadamard. First, I need to know what is normalized. Then I will come to unnormalized.
so normalized definition, just the prof said, right?
Okay. Hadamard matrix. Sir, there's a 1 or -1 or -1, -1, 1. I think it's entry 2 cross 2 matrix validity. Okay, sir.
Mhm.
So it is normalized or unnormalized. How would it go?
Okay, so I have pinged the reference for that leverage score. Huh?
Okay, sir. That I got it, sir.
Okay, and yeah, what was your other question?
Hadamard matrix.
Yes, what about that Hadamard matrix? So you saw what is Hadamard matrix?
Hadamard matrix I understood. That means whose entries are 1 and -1. The matrix only contains 1 and -1 as entries. That is known as Hadamard matrix. Okay.
No, not just that.
Answer.
So Hadamard matrix has a very special construction.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, you recursively construct the Hadamard matrix. So it's like, so for example, H1 is just 1. Okay.
Okay.
H2 is 1, 1, 1 minus 1.
Achha, H2 is 1, 1.
1 minus 1.
Okay, last entry is -1. Okay.
Yeah, so H4, so you can see it can be constructed. So H4 can be constructed from H2 and so on and so forth.
Sir, how it can be constructed H4 from H2?
Yeah, so in any this thing, so H like 2 to the power k, you can see the Wikipedia link. H to the power k can be constructed from H to the power k minus 1, H to the power k minus 1, H to the power k minus 1, and minus of H to the power k minus 1.
Sir, please, can you write it and solve it, sir? Can you show it like that?
I can give you the Wikipedia link. You see the formula there. It's not possible for me.
I can put up the link in the
Yeah.
screen share.
Give the
Achha, then what I have to do, sir? Then achha, so this one is the. Achha, this one is the formula. H to the power of k.
yeah.
Construction H4. Sir, H to the power of k is this. Okay, sir, this is the formula. Okay, fine, sir. Hello,
Yes.
sir?
Yes.
Now what I'm saying that please with the help of this formula, please construct H4. Can you please show how you are constructing H4? I cannot construct it.
What you cannot construct?
Sir, so from this formula, H to the power of k equal to whatever the formula is, please construct H4.
You cannot construct H4 from
No, I cannot construct. I cannot construct.
Okay, so you see the H2 on top.
Yes, sir, that I understood.
So the first block of H4 is just H2 copied.
H2 cross H2 to the power of k minus 1.
Yes. So it is just H2, the first top left block of
Okay, okay.
H4 is just H2 copied.
Okay, okay, fine, fine, fine.
The second block is also same.
Copied, okay, okay, fine.
Third
Is
block
also copied.
same,
Uh,
and the last block is negative of that.
understood. Opposite, just opposite. Okay, okay, okay. Suppose H4 I am constructing 2 to the power of 2. So 2 to the power of 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1 is H2. H2 minus H2 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1. Okay, understood, sir. Understood. मुझे समझ गए. Understood. Sir,
Yes.
it's fully clear. I understood properly. This thing.
Oh.
Now my question is, sir, this is a okay Hadamard matrix. Now what is this is normalized or non-normalized? This matrix.
I don't know what is normalized Hadamard matrix. What is normalized Hadamard matrix? In what context?
Sir, because in the question it said unnormalized Hadamard matrix. I want to know the normalized also. Then I am going to come to the unnormalized. That's why I
No, this is the unnormalized Hadamard.
Acha, this one. Okay, okay. This H4 is unnormalized. So the unnormalized, sir.
Yes, yes.
So sir, some things should be there that normalized Hadamard matrix should be there, right?
Yes, so I don't know what is that normalized meaning. So the Hadamard matrix is this one. So you go that this is not normalized. Yeah.
Okay, okay, that's fine, fine, sir. Now, sir, now I'm taking the help of the question also, sir. I'm telling you facts, sir. Okay, sir. Sir, what is the minimum and maximum singular value of the matrix? What is the singular value of the matrix, sir?
See, this I cannot like this. It's not possible. Okay, so what is singular value? You this is basic matrix algebra. We have discussed it in the course. Now you are asking. All this requires. So if you don't know anything, what is singular value? We'll take a lecture. You understand?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. I'll solve it, sir. I'll solve it myself. Do not worry. This I will do.
No, it is not just a question of just solving yourself. Even if you ask in the next lecture, okay, that
in the next lecture,
you are asking a general question. You are asking a general question about. So that is like a lecture question.
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes.
So you can see a lecture and then you can ask the question that this particular step I did not understand. But if you ask a question like what is singular value, that is a very
Check it again. This is very leave it, sir. Leave it, sir. I'll solve it. Can you come to question number 9?
I cannot go anywhere there. Yeah.
Question number 9. सर ये क्वेश्चन भी मुझे नहीं समझ आ रहा. 16 identity matrix, sir, I understood. Of 6 cross 6, one over the other. ये understood. Again, they are asking the leverage score, sir, so that I can get from the book, sir. These type of things. Explanation is proper.
So the reference material in the slides for leverage code is that.
Okay. Sir, it's interesting, sir.
Yes. Yeah.
Sir, what I'm saying, sir, it's just a request, okay, sir. Whenever that has been time gets over, I need everybody needs full explanation. Explanation is not proper. That's why nobody is here. Only one candidate is there, and one is me. Suti Moy. Only one. I think Suti Moy is a student. He's also one of.
I'm also a TA.
You're a TA.
Yes.
Also, sir, I'm the only candidate here, sir. If nobody is understanding anything, sir, for this course, sir, I'm getting, sir. Even I am not understanding, sir. I will need the full explanation of each and every question.
So
Okay. So we have taken this feedback.
Okay.
So you want more explanation for the assignments after their, after the assignments are over,
Like,
what bigger explanation?
yes, so for
So Indra or Shukla, have we provided explanations for the past assignments to them?
Yes, sir, the solution to the assignment are available.
Solution. So can you share on screen like solution of one of the past assignments, and let me just ask Shadu which particular solution he has not.
So should we start at the beginning then? Assignment 0.
Yeah.
Okay. So hold on, let me just open up the new thing.
I'm just trying to understand your problem.
yes,
So in this case, yeah. So you are not understanding.
no, sir, the correct answer is okay, fine. Number of read balls is provided. These are basic things, sir. These everybody
So
understands.
this you have understood, right? Assignment zero, everything you have understood.
Everybody understands.
Okay.
Yeah.
So suppose assignment zero, let's go to assignment one.
Assignment 1.
Okay.
This one.
Yeah. So what you did not understand?
Sir, who got full explanation? Sir, like this, the formula they have given. Okay, sir. Probability of B intersection A complement. You got probability of B minus probability of B intersection. The formula is given, sir.
Yes.
But sir, in the lecture, nothing is given. Nothing of such sort is given. You can go through it, sir.
Oh, but you have to solve it yourself.
Solving to my कर sir. लेकिन कुछ ऐसे new things are also coming. Like it is Jensen's inequality. Can you see this? Jensen's inequality.
Yes.
Question number 3. Jensen's inequality.
Yes.
Okay, so it should be solved step by step. It's not some things are new, some things are old. New things should be explained properly, sir.
Sorry, you want a proof of Jensen's inequality?
Proof and how it is solved, step by step solving also I would like very
okay. No, so I did not understand actually. See, steps are given. So if you assume the Jensen's inequality, then it is clear or no? Suppose you think Jensen's inequality, then can you answer the question?
If I understand Jensen's, then I can understand. I can
right. So Jensen's inequality proof is so it's a standard inequality. So if you just search for Jensen's inequality, you will get the proof of Jensen's inequality.
Okay, sir. But sir, getting to the proof and explaining the proof, that totally different, sir. Sometimes we are not understanding the proofs in Google also. We are going for each and everything, but we are not understanding the proofs also somewhere.
Okay.
See, one more question, sir. Question number 4. Please come. Question number 4.
Yes, we are there.
The correct answer is A. This could be easy to see from Markov inequality. How? You have to explain this thing, na? Easy to see. How easy to see that we are not understanding?
So do you remember the formula for Markov's inequality?
Markov's inequality, sir, formula, sir, I don't remember now, sir. But
So-
sir, I've gone through. At the time I've gone. But I don't understand, sir. Then how we can implement this that formula, sir? Implementation, I'm not understanding. Chebyshev inequality, Markov's inequality, I'm not understanding implementation. Formula we have gone in the graduation also. Sir, probability of X, I'm going to the which, sir? Hello?
Hmm.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes.
Probability of x greater than equal to a less than equal to expectation of x upon a.
Yes.
This is the thing, sir.
So from the first sentence that's written there, consider a set of 200 students in a class. They have an average amount of 15 rupees. How many could have? So among from this, what would be the expectation of A? What do you think is it? Do you understand like what expectation means and what's the numerical value of the expectation is here?
Sir, can I say something?
Yeah,
Hello?
of course. Yes, please go ahead.
Can you hear this? Sir, please solve this question. Question number 4. This could be easy to see from Marco University. Please.
So should I go ahead and solve this, Professor?
Yes, I think this is an old one, so yeah.
Okay, so let me try. So this is the question, right?
Yes, this one.
So, right. So tell me the formula for Markov's.
Probability.
Mhm.
The probability of x greater than equal to a some random variable less than equal to expectation of x upon a.
Okay. So you just told me this, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
Yes, sir.
we are saying that this is easy to solve because you can simply put the values here and get the answer. So what
Yes,
you
sir.
now need to know is what is this and what is this.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Sir,
what
X
is A? What is
I think what's it? Let me go to the question.
okay? Yes.
I cannot see properly. Let me go. Let me see the question first. There are promised in the class that they have put it in their pockets. How many could have certificated the how many of could have Sir, they have average amount will be in their pockets.
So what is being asked here? What is the final question? How many of them could have 75 or more
75.
in pockets? So how would you say that in mathematical formula written below?
Average amount is average amount of 15. They have an average amount of 15 rupees in their pocket. 15 into 200, 15 to 200, in 3,000 rupees. They have total like.
Yes, that is possible. That is certainly possible. But okay, so what is this 15? What do you understand when they say that they have an average amount of 15 rupees in their pockets? That means
Average amount means this is the expectation of X.
exactly. Okay,
Average-
so the first question mark is answered. The average amount is this, so we know that this expectation of X value is 15. Okay,
Okay, sir. Okay.
fine. So now again read the remaining part of the question and tell me what the value of A is.
How many of 75 of food in their pockets? This A is 75.
Okay, so we know the value of 75. We know the value of this question mark and we'll
Fine.
put it here. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So what does Markov inequality now telling? You know all the values that are there in the right hand side of the inequality, right?
Okay, fine, sir.
15 by 75 is?
Okay, 1 by 5.
1 by 5. So Markov is telling you that probability of X greater than equal to 75 is less than
1 by
equal
5.
to
1 by 5.
this much is clear?
Okay, fine, sir.
Okay.
Clear.
So now again, so you have a probability that it is, the probability tells you that 1/5 of the people have greater than 75. So instead of probability, if they ask you how many, so how will you get that?
Means at most 40. The answer is at most 40.
The answer is across 40, but are you convinced that that is correct?
I convinced.
Okay, cool. So because it involved simply putting the values in a known formula, it was written that it should be easy to see. But
Yes.
okay, perhaps we can use some more explanations.
Okay, okay. Understood. So this one is very clear. Very clear. Sir, one more. I'm going to another question. Sir. Okay, sir.
Sure.
So this question, the question number 6.
Right. So here the actual calculation is given. So what is your question, or do you want to discuss?
How they solve 0.6? Okay, understood. Understood. Leave it, sir. Leave it. Now, sir, linear algebra part. Linear algebra. First question.
Okay. So what are they saying here? That you have a 3 cross 5 matrix A. What does a 3 cross 5 matrix looks like? There are 3
rows, 5 columns.
exactly. Okay. And the name is A. Now, what are they saying? It has a rank 3. Okay, so what is the meaning of rank?
What is the meaning of?
Rank.
Rank means, suppose if we are finding the determinant of that, and if we are getting a 0, means if we are getting non-zero, that means the rank will be that rank will be rank will is 3 means 3 cross 3, 3 cross 3 matrix is there. Rank is 3 cross 3. Out of 3 cross 5, 3 cross 3 matrix is there that contains non-zero value. If I find the determinant.
Okay, so you are somewhat correct. So let me just quickly change the shape because okay, fine. So let's see. Okay, so they are saying here, if you see that AX equals to B, that is being done, right? So we have A here. Let's write X. This is X. What is the shape of X? Can you guess or no?
What is that? Shape of X is 5.
Shape of X is 5. So there are 5 entries here, right? You can call them X1 to X5. Okay. Equal to B. So what is the shape of B?
It will be this shape, sir.
So what happens when you multiply a 3 cross 5? Yes. So no, wait, what? So what happens when you multiply a 3 cross 5 matrix with a 5? Say, or let's say 5 cross 1. Yeah.
I can multiply.
So what is the shape of the resultant matrix?
So it will be 3 cross 1.
So this will be 3 cross 1, right? So there are 3 entries here.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So basically what is happening is you are multiplying this row with this column of X. And then this with this. So 3 times you are doing this, right? So now they have told you that the rank is 3. Now one way of thinking about the rank is how many linearly independent rows or columns are there.
Yes.
So if the rank is at most 3, then we have, since we have 5 variables, then we can specify the first 3 variables based on the 3 linearly independent things. But the last 2 can take any values, infinite number of values.
Please explain once more, sir.
So since you have 3 equations here, so you know how we solve equation ax plus by plus something.
I know, sir.
Right. So you have 3 equations here, and you have 5 variables.
Okay.
Right. So the number of variables is way more than the number of equations. So that means that you have a lot of freedom in how to specify, how to answer the solution. So basically, in these 2 positions or 2 of these variables can take any value.
So, fine.
Right.
Take
so
any value. Many solutions.
yes.
Okay.
So if the number of equations is less than the number of variables, then this is your like earlier mathematics knowledge.
Okay. Okay, sir, fine, sir, understood. Very clear.
Okay.
Sir, these are the basic concepts that it was not clear. That's why I.
So my suggestion to you is that do not look for a book which you can follow and get the definitions from, because in a book you have to turn pages and you don't have the search option. So the easiest thing is to go to Google and search. If you don't know what rank is, search for rank. Usually the Wikipedia page is enough. And there, if you don't understand any part, then please feel free to write it in the discussion forum. We will clarify that immediately.
Okay.
Okay.
Sir, one more thing, sir. So, sir, A means, yeah, I try to solve the equation in that assignment, and if I feel any problem, so can I nail or release, sir?
So before the assignment deadline, no, you can ask about a specific concept. We can be, without answering the question directly, we will try to make the concept as clear as possible.
Okay.
Because we can't answer you separately, so we shouldn't do that.
Okay. Sir, suppose one more question is there, sir. Yeah, machine learning part.
Okay.
Machine learning and optimization.
Tell me the number.
Question number 3.
Okay.
Option C is given. Also,
Okay. So what is being told? You have M samples and D dimensions, right? So
question number 3, sir.
that's what I'm saying. So this is question number 3, right? The one on screen. Okay. So now if you have M samples and D dimensions per sample, and if you are writing any machine learning model, so can you tell me how many parameters that model should have at least?
I cannot say.
So the answer will be something from M and D or some combination of it. Is it M? Is it D? Is it M cross D? What is it? Any idea what is this? So this is again, so this is like sort of part of the background, but I'll just explain it to you. So let's say you have this M cross D matrix, right?
Okay.
That means there are M rows and D columns. Okay. So the first row represents the first data point. The second row represents the second data point, and that's how I am constructing the matrix.
Like that.
Okay. Right. So now it doesn't really matter in any machine learning model how many data points you have. What matters is what's the dimension of each data point. So here, what is the dimension of each data point?
Dimension.
Yes.
Dimension D.
Exactly. So that's what is mentioned here. So now, if you want to train the simplest of models, you need at least D parameters. Why? Let's say So let's say this is your parameter matrix W. So what is happening? You are going through every data point, you are multiplying it with W, let's say. So this is similar to the matrix multiplication we saw earlier.
Fine, sir.
And then what you get is a prediction matrix.
Okay.
So this is a very simple, what's called a linear layer or linear function, right?
Okay.
So what is the shape of this W? If you want to multiply,
shape of W is D cross 1.
exactly. So if you want to tackle D-dimensional input, it doesn't matter. So does it matter how many M's are there? No, the matrix multiplication is unchanged, right? But there needs to be at least D weights, right? So now what happens in gradient descent? Every W is adjusted slightly based on the input,
I know very
right?
well.
Okay, good. So for DW, what are the number of gradient updates or gradient descent operations that need to be done?
Yes, sir.
So now that you have D parameters and you know that the gradient descent adjusts each one of them slightly.
Right, yes, sir.
So how many such adjustments will be there?
We will backpropagate it, no, sir.
The terminology is fine. That is not important. What I'm saying is you have D parameters and you know that all of them need to be updated slightly. So how many updation operations will be there?
updations will be there, sir?
Yeah. One per each parameter. So there are D parameters, so there will be D updates.
Okay, fine, sir.
That's what I'm saying. Okay. So therefore, what is the complexity? Order of D.
Okay.
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 So the key idea here is that M does not matter because all the parameters are common for any number of M. And that's the basic machine learning idea that was asked in this question. So that's the thing.
Okay, fine. Understood. Sir, sir, can I ask you something, sir? One more question.
Okay.
Sir, so please suggest me what should I do, because I want to clear this paper. This paper is a bit challenging for me, but I have to do it.
No. So I would suggest that you work through the assignments, and if you don't understand anything, you either search Google or you look at the lecture video once again and then pinpoint what is it that you don't understand and ask us. So so you should not like ask what is singular value. You should
Okay.
ask like this sentence I am not understanding. Please help understand. Something like that.
Okay.
Okay. So I would suggest if you can go through and do the assignments, then you are good enough.
Sir, one thing I correct it, sir.
Hmm.
Sir, I talking to you and understanding the concepts, I'm bit confident now. Now I think I can do.
So yeah, so please keep trying. And the other thing is the discussion forum is very important. So do not wait for the live session to ask your doubts. Please keep writing them in the discussion forum, and we will either answer there or we will upload a video explaining that, or we will tackle it properly in the next live session.
Achha, sir, today you have explained so many things. Is there any this will be uploaded or not?
So this, what I just scribbled here, this couple of things, this I can upload. I mean, if it's going to help you, will it?
Yes, sir, please upload it, sir, please. Sir.
Fine, I'll upload it, and the link will be there in the discussion forum, so you can download it from there.
Okay, please, sir. The rest I will do it, sir. I will do it.
Fine. So okay, keep participating enthusiastically. That's fine. Try to understand everything.
Sir, can I say something?
Yeah.
The thing is that now next time you will see something different. Because I go through each and every lecture, 4 lectures, total, 1 to 4. And next time I will see in some other way, in some other way.
That's fine. That's fine. I don't need to see it. It's enough that you're trying. So that's good.
No, sir. Sir, what I'm thinking, sir, I have cleared machine learning paper, introduction to machine learning from IIT Madras. One sir is there, na? What is his name? I forgot his name. One sir is there.
Bala Ravindran, Professor Bala Ravindran.
First time 4 years back when I was going to lecture, I couldn't understand single thing. After that, I have cleared that also. I have cleared deep learning. I have cleared deep learning for computer vision. But when I thought that this is a very easy paper. But when I am going through the paper, it was so difficult. I couldn't understand what is going on. I thought that I'm very good at it, but this time I think that I'm not good at it.
That's okay. That's nice. That means you are learning things. That's okay. Okay. Keep trying, keep communicating, and we'll see.
Okay. I'll do it. And please upload it, sir. Please.
Sure. Okay.
Thank you. Good night. Bye.
So I will stop the recording now. And,